Yo, 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 yo. Oh, I've cut off my head. Let me just wiggle on that. Wiggle on back. Also, hair looks quite flat. Not sure how Ja feels about this. Ja feel? Hello. Hi. How you going? Stranger. Been a while. Welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't sat down and filmed a video in a while. The main thing is that uni was so intense. Last semester was like the hardest semester I have had thus far of my degree. I'm coming to the end of the degree now, so it's getting to a point where it's very intense. This semester not as much, but last semester was like my difficult semester of the degree and it consumed me and my life. And I was just uploading American vlogs last year and I feel like I just wasn't putting out my best work. And so most of my life and focus was on that. Obviously, I want to get my degree. I'm in my last semester now of my undergrad, which is sick because I cannot wait to get out of there. I am very institutionalized and I just want to be free and just chill for a little bit. This is my 5th year of uni and I am over it, to say the least. Also not well. Coming down with a little bit of a sickness because I work with kids, and the other day one of them had this like disgusting cough, like, ugh. And this other staff member and I looked at each other like, oh, if we catch that, like, I'm a hit. Can't swear on YouTube now. I will beep that out. Look who caught it. This one right here, with the weakest immune system known to mankind. So if there's something going around, I will catch it. Yours truly. Germs will flock to me. Great. Anyway, as I was saying, sorry, I got really distracted. My mind's a bit like most of the time. I felt really bad and guilty about not posting and just posting vlogs, but it was more like upset with myself because I was like, I know I can put out better than this. I know I had all these ideas basically and I didn't have the time to execute them, and that created a lot of anxiety within me, and my self-confidence like kind of went down because like I knew that I could do better, but I just couldn't seem to do better mainly because I just didn't have the time, and it was really frustrating. So that's pretty much why I haven't been posting for a while, but I don't want to dwell on this too much because that is not the point of this video. I'm back. I'm going to be posting a lot more regularly now. I'm still at uni, but it's not as intense. Last year was just full on, man, like way too hectic. We did alright, so we're here today. And the point of this video is I actually wanted to make a video. I wanted to make a video about this for a while. I haven't really done it because I don't even know why I haven't done it, but I'm doing it today, so that's the main thing. Basically, I have been seeing 1111 absolutely bloody everywhere for like 4 or 5 years, and I know I'm not the only one that this has happened to because I know a few other people who said exactly the same thing, and I'm sure a bunch of you guys have also been seeing it, or other numbers, and you see numbers regularly, like certain numbers. I don't know, Ja definitely feel. If not, then you're gonna learn a little bit about some numerology today. I'm gonna talk about my own personal experience with seeing the number, and then I'm gonna show you guys my tattoo, which you guys might have seen if you follow me on Instagram. And then I'm gonna go into some of the different meanings. Now I've started seeing other numbers like 22, 44, 77, like it's weird. But that's not the focus of this video. This video is strictly 1111. I've been seeing this number for probably like 4 or 5 years. Quite a while. Mainly seeing it with time, like on my laptop, on my phone, on the TV, like just random places that you tell the time. Random places that tell the time. I don't know. It wasn't like I was like sitting on my laptop waiting for 1111. Like it would happen weirdly when nearly every day, like not every single day, but a few times a week, I would not look at my phone for ages, or my laptop or whatever. Like I wouldn't be on technology for a while, and then randomly I'd go look at my phone to check something and it's 1111. Like just weird little coincidences. And I know a lot of people are very skeptical about like numerology, and they're like, well, you're just looking for it so you're gonna see it. And I totally get that. Like that can definitely happen if you're like constantly on the lookout, but I found with me, the number came to me. Does that sound weird? Like I didn't go out searching for it. It just started happening here and there. And then at times I would see it more, like it feels a little bit more than a coincidence. And if you're skeptical and you think it's a coincidence, that's cool too. I don't know, I had this weird feeling attached with it, and I was just like, nah, there's something going on here. I gotta figure this one out. Investigator Ames, gotta figure it out. Still haven't figured it out, but I have some sort of general idea of what it means to me and how I interpret it, which I'll tell you about in a second. Last November, I was like, oh my gosh, tomorrow's the 11th of the 11th. I've been wanting to get an 1111 tattoo. Like I have to do it on this day. Like I just felt called to do it on the 11th of the 11th, obviously. Like it would be rude not to. And I called my friend and I was like, hey, do you want to get a tattoo tomorrow? Like, do you want to just spontaneously go get tattoos? I have something in mind. If you want to get one, let's go. And we ended up going. And I just got, I'll show you. So that is what it looks like. It's kind of hard to see. Like, it looks like when I show it on this angle, it kind of looks like slanted, but that is basically it. Yeah, it's just literally basically 1111 on my arm in like a digital kind of looking thing. I don't know, it looks nice with this tattoo, so they line up nicely. So I just thought this spot would be cute. Some of you have probably seen it on my Instagram because it was in November. It is now April, so but yeah, I got that done and it just means something to me, and I started looking into the meanings of it and kind of building my own little meaning, if that makes sense. To start off with, like, I feel like I'm not a particularly religious person. I've gone to like Catholic school and like Christian and Catholic schools pretty much my whole life. I used to believe it because I didn't know any better, but it never quite clicked right with me. I would say I'm more of a spiritual person than a religious person, and I want to start making more videos about like spirituality, and I don't know, I think my mind has made a massive shift. I kind of want to bring that to my channel a bit more. I do identify as agnostic, but that could change, and I'm kind of wanting to explore it more, and who knows, maybe I'll have a different label, not that you need to label, and identify with something else in the future, but that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like spirituality, that's my word for a connection to something greater, whether it's God or the universe or whatever you believe in. I think spirituality kind of is the way I like to sum it up. Anyway, went on a tangent, but long story short, moments like seeing 1111, like these sort of moments that make you feel connected to the universe and like on a higher spiritual level, are my ideas of miracles. I know this sounds really weird and it's quite a strange concept, but in my mind it's so hard to explain. I basically see like moments like that, or like when, you know, when the universe is just, you feel like they're showing you, like the universe, God is showing you something and you just feel connected on like a higher level, and you're like, whether it be like a gut feeling or like seeing a number heaps often, like the 1111 or whatever it may be, like just little signs. My grandpa passed away and my mum's been finding different colored feathers, and they all mean different things, and it's weirdly like aligned up with his passing and what's been going on. So just weird stuff like that. In my mind, I see those sort of situations as like connections to the universe that are like miracles in a weird way. But that's just my weird way of thinking. You don't have to agree with me there, but that's kind of one of the things that makes me feel like connected to something greater than this earth, and be like, you know what, like even though I don't believe in a God per se, there's definitely something greater than us, and I don't know, it makes me feel connected. So I'm going to get into the meanings. There's a few different ones and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to try not to ramble, which I've already done, so I need to make up for it and try fly through these meanings, and so we're not here all bloody day, because we all know I have a tendency to talk a lot. Basically 1111 and like a lot of double digit numbers, I don't know if it's all double digit numbers, but they're like seen as angel numbers. A lot of the time people can believe that seeing these numbers are a sign that there's guardian angels, or there's something or someone looking out for you. It can be a sign that angelic beings are close by and they want to offer you like love and protection and guidance, and there's something greater looking out for you and wanting to like guide you in some way, shape or form. The first meaning I came across years ago was that everything is perfectly aligned. So seeing 1111, because the structure of the numbers is like all in alignment, it can be a sign that things are aligning or that things are perfectly aligned. And I was like, well, that's definitely not the case, because my life is not perfectly aligned. I was like, well, it's not that one. Then I discovered this other meaning which said that it could be, yeah, it could mean alignment, but it could also mean that something needs to change in order to reach alignment and the next stage of life and progress. Sorry if this sounds like super hippy dippy whippy. I don't know, I believe in all this sort of shit, so that's what you're getting from me today. It can also be a sign that something is happening in the moment that you need to pay attention to. A lot of the time, if you do see these numbers, like try and be in the moment and like think about like what situation you're in, or if there's a situation that maybe you should be thinking about differently, or that needs to change, or that you're unhappy with, or you know, just kind of like a let's go inwards and like think about the significance of this moment right now sort of thought when you see 1111. I don't know, does that make sense? Basically, it's like a sign to pay attention to your thoughts. Well, I'm just going to tell you a bunch of different meanings. You can believe which ones you can pick and choose, which ones resonate with you, or which ones you're like, yeah, cool, I can see that, or some you might be like, that's BS, don't really believe in that, but I'm just going to give them all to you and you can do what you want with them. Basically, it can be a sign that you need to pay attention to your thoughts more so than you are at the present time. And making sure that you're focusing on things that you want and you want to manifest in your life and not getting caught up in like negative thought patterns, and kind of to try change your way of thinking, or like think more positively as opposed to negatively. It can just be a reminder to like basically just change some of the ways in which you think, which is kind of shaped by your life experiences and biological stuff and all sorts of things. I read online that it's like an opportunity. It can mean like an opportunity portal opening up. So a very good opportunity to manifest your thoughts. And if you guys believe in like law of attraction and making your thoughts are your reality kind of thing, then this would probably make sense to you. But it can be a really big opportunity, like seeing these numbers, a connection that opens up where you really need to focus on what thoughts you're manifesting in your mind so that you can make that your reality. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like it can be seen as a very big connection with source or universe, or even your higher self and your true self, like a connection with something greater. I explained that really badly, I think, and I'm really sorry for that. Yeah, it can basically be an opportunity to attract, like, use your thoughts to attract what you want out of life and focus on what do you want out of life and manifesting those sort of thoughts in your mind so that they can become your reality. It can also mean that you are connecting higher to your true self, as I mentioned before. It can mean that you are discovering, maybe on a path of self-discovery, or you are connecting more to your true self. You're on the path of development into your higher or your true self. And what this makes me think of is like high school. I don't know, when I was in high school, everyone was always trying to fit in and be someone they weren't in order to fit in or to get into a certain group or mold like other people. And I think when people get older, they start progressing and finding themselves, start developing and getting more in touch with who they are, as opposed to trying to be someone that they're not. I went through phases and I thought I was like that. I went through like a grungy sort of phase and I was like, this is me, like blah blah blah. Now I've kind of taken little bits of all the different phases and it's kind of molded into one. I went off on another tangent, soz not soz, but it can be a connection to your true self. The next reason, I guess, can be a sign of spiritual awakening. Seeing 1111 can be a sign that you are waking up. And for me, I found this to be very, very true and very, very significant to my life. I think as you start waking up, you start seeing the bigger picture of life. You start seeing things differently. Your perception starts changing. And you start thinking about things more and questioning things. It's very hard to explain these sort of concepts. I find it really hard to explain in words, so I hope I'm doing it justice. I'm probably not. Basically, it can be a sign that you're spiritually awakening or you are developing spiritually. 1111 is very renowned for like a spiritual sort of connection. Whether that means you're going on that sort of path, or you're waking up spiritually, or that there's angels looking out for you, whatever it may mean, there is some sort of spiritual connection to that number. And I guess angel numbers, it kind of makes sense. Two more final meanings I'm going to talk about in this video. Sorry, this video has been a bit all over the show and I've probably repeated myself. A lot of these meanings kind of intertwine like a vine. I guess this is the most well-known meaning. It's like 1111, make a wish. And I was wondering like where that came from. Like I'm like, what? Why make a wish? Like why 1111? And I guess maybe as I started learning more about it, I was like, well, angel numbers, the spiritual side, like manifesting things, law of attraction. I was like, that kind of makes sense. I think 1111 is a really good sign to manifest your intentions and to start thinking about what you want out of life and to start making things happen. And hence probably why I'm seeing it so much in life, because I'm really bad at making thoughts a reality. I'm very bad at making things happen. I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of things I want to do, but when it comes down to making it happen, I'm terrible. So maybe, oh my gosh, maybe that's why it all makes sense. Oh my gosh, maybe that's why I'm still seeing it everywhere, because I'm like, it's like, Amy, wake up, can you get on with some right now? You need to make these thoughts a reality, otherwise they're just sitting in your brain driving you insane, and insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. But yeah, pretty much that. Wow, that makes a lot of sense. Maybe that's what it is all along. We've just figured it out right here, like, great. Cool, I need to start making things happen. Basically, it can be a sign that you like make something happen in your life or change something in your life. I saw another quote related to this and it was like, follow your passion and find your purpose. And I was like, that's kind of cool. I like that quote and kind of relates to 1111 a little bit, I guess. I don't know, cheesy, but like good quote. Like it. The final meaning is one that I could literally make an entire separate video about, so if you want to see it, let me know. It can mean that you found your twin flame. Twin flame is not a word that I had heard of until like 2 years ago, and I was like, oh, is that like a soulmate or something? Apparently it's kind of like a soulmate, but it's like more than a soulmate. Actually, I screenshotted something and I'm gonna read it to you because it sums it up a lot better than I would, because I'd probably be here for about 5 minutes and not really explain it very well. So I'm just gonna read it to you. 1111 is also the sign that our twin flame is or will be manifesting themselves in our lives. A concept that describes a unique soul connection between two people. They're considered to be an example of an eternal type of relationship between two lovers. So this is basically where it comes from. According to the mythology of twin flames, in the beginning of time we were created from one source of energy, and that was split into smaller and smaller units until they were down to just 2 souls. These souls would journey to Earth to learn and experience duality and the lessons of life, and they would reincarnate over their lifetimes with this same intensifying longing for each other. Flames are a higher frequency than just soulmates because they are the ultimate example of the yin and the yang. They are each two whole individual souls on their own, but they complement, understand, and connect in a very unique way. They're also called tunnel mates because they emit the exact same frequency of vibration, which accounts for a strong feeling of energies when they are physically around one another. That's what a twin flame is, and seeing 1111 can be a sign that you've found your twin flame, or you're on that sort of kind of path to finding your twin flame, or you've met them, maybe they've manifested in your life. Who bloody knows? But I just thought that was really interesting. And that concludes this video. I think this video was a lot longer than I intended for it to be, so I'm very sorry about that. I talked a little bit too much. But I hope you guys learned something new. And like, do you guys see any numbers? Like, let me know down below in the comments if there are any numbers or signs or anything that's reoccurring in your life. I'd be really interested to know, actually. So let me know down below. Or if you see 1111, hopefully something resonated with you in this video. If you also see 1111, it's weird. It's strange. I don't know. There's so much to say in numerology, and it's something I've been getting more interested in, and I think there's a lot of truth behind it. Personally, that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree. But that's about it. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm back. It's nice to be back. It's nice to just sit down and chat with you guys. Thank you for sticking around. You guys are legends. I'm getting weird now. I really need to eat dinner. When I'm hungry, I get weird sometimes, so I think that's happening right now. And I'm gonna go. Thank you for sticking around. If you want to follow me in my life, it's not that exciting, but you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AmyGrace with 3 E's. I'll have it somewhere here, and I also have it down below. Life's not that exciting, but if you want to keep up to date, or if I'm doing a Q&A, I'll probably post on there. And yeah, we can hang, we can chat. So feel free to come say hi and join the little fam, and that is about it. Subscribe if you're new. If you haven't seen my face before, hello, welcome to my bedroom. This is where fun things happen, aka filming videos. I hope you guys are doing really well in life and are happy at the moment. Spread good vibes and be nice to people, be kind, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Ciao!